My name is Andrea Westendorf, and I am the owner of Beyond Beauty. I originally did not come into this industry wanting to be part of this industry. It was kind of just by happenstance. I made some really poor life choices. And I was sitting at a table one day with my mom eating, and she asked me if I was ever going to do anything with my life. And the James commercial came across the TV, and I'm like, I thought about doing hair. And then within 2 weeks, I was enrolled in the program. I think I started about 2 months after that and took it, and after the first 2 weeks actually really liked it. I liked the program and I liked the stuff that came with it. I realized that I did maybe have a passion for it and would consider it. Struggled through school when I was doing it, not because of the teachers or the programs or anything like that, but because of my personal choices still. Ended up having a child while I was in school. After the child was born, that's when I got serious about the program, actually put the effort into learning it. And then within probably a month and a half after graduating, I had my first job. It was a 3-chair salon. I outgrew the salon within the first year, was approached by another company to take over their salon, purchased their business, and then actually was approached by the James program again and asked to come back as an instructor. Went back and became an instructor and ran my shop on the side, and then got married and then had children. Took a small break there, but then have been back in the industry for about 10 years now. And with my original license that I got through the program, I added another license on, and now I'm the owner and operator of my paramedical tattooing business. When I first considered doing this was also one of those things that was just going to be a whim because I like the learning process, and so it was just going to have another certificate and things. I went up to British Columbia and went to school under a plastic surgeon because I found a lot of interest in like the breast cancer stuff and doing areolas and things like that, and then working into the scar revisions. With my licensing, along with my cosmetology license, I'm able to do more of the aesthetic side of the services, and then on the other side, the breaking down and things like skin structure with the tattooing side. So the combination of the two licenses allow me to do like brows, liner, lips, areolas. After I got back from going to school up there, it was a 2-week program, which cost me an additional $15,000, but a lot of the states don't require that type of licensing. I wanted the education behind it before I went into actually performing a service on somebody. I started out in a tattoo shop, just renting a space with one bed. I had my first client for eyebrows. That's what I actually started doing originally. When I opened here because I had outgrown the tattoo shop, and then added in eyeliner, lips, got into the breast cancer program by October of the year that I opened. We do body treatments for muscles and relaxation. We do detoxing treatments. We do facials, chemical peels, microderms, skin tightening, laser services, and things like that. When I started this, I'm just shy of 25 years of doing this. When I went to school, I did not realize how big this could actually be for me. I wish that I would have put more effort into the program when I went. I wish that I would have been able to see and plan better myself for what I would have now. I wish what I had in the program, I wish I would have figured out earlier that I could be a halfway decent stylist, a halfway decent tattooer. But if I showed up mentally, emotionally, and physically for my clients every single time, because that's the part of this industry that's important, then I wish I would have understood that before. Mm-hmm. I would have been more reliable. I would have been all those things, because really you don't have to be great at this job. You just have to be present for the people and how they need you. When a client walks through the door, they usually walk through with anxiety for the service, a little bit of low self-confidence and things like that. By the time we're done with the service and they're leaving and they're happy and they're relaxed, the satisfaction there is great, because I find that over the years, I really place my value on how I make other people feel about themselves. When I first started this again, like 10 years ago, it was a lot of investment in advertising, things like that. After the first year, I was in the low double digits for income. After 3 years, I was able to have enough income to completely and totally pay off my building. I was able to remodel, bring in employees, and add additional services because the demand kept growing. Once somebody was in with one service and I built that relationship with that person, it opened up the door to go in and fix other things for that person. So it was constantly an evolving door and constantly adding services and constantly growing. After 10 years of being in the business, I have probably been in the six-figure income for at least the last 3-4 years. I think as the industry changes and it's almost like it's branching into a more medical side of it, and then watching and being educated on the doctor's side of it as well, they are able to take more estheticians on, more cosmetologists on to run programs and to do things for them and provide services through them. Mm-hmm. So I see it always growing. I actually see the financial part of it really growing over the next few years.